Let's bring in Ross Feingold. He's a political risk analyst and former Asia chairman of Republicans Abroad. He joins us now live from Taipei. Good to have you with us again, Ross. What does all of this mean for President Biden and his ability to get legislation through Congress in the coming 2 years?
Well, he'll have a very limited ability to legislate. The notion in a hyper-partisan environment that there'd be legislation that the House Republicans, assuming they do in fact take the majority, and the Senate Democrats would agree on, that's bordering on farcical. That much beyond a budget, and even a budget is going to be extremely contentious. If we think back to the past 2 years, when the Democrats were able to pass certain legislation using what's called the reconciliation process, which doesn't require the normal 60 votes that a bill needs to get through the Senate, and only required a majority, so they used 50 plus the vice president. That legislation also had a Democrat House to work with a Democrat Senate. That's not going to be the case now. So again, legislation will be extremely limited, and also keeping in mind that the House majority, a Republican majority, is going to have very conservative Republicans, but then they're going to be a small group that are going to be even more conservative than most conservatives in the House. So even among the Republicans, it'll be very difficult to have a consensus on legislation, let alone reach a consensus with the Senate Democrats.
The predicted red wave for the Republicans failed to happen. What does all of this mean for the GOP, and in particular, Donald Trump?
I think we're going to see two kind of pathways going forward. One, which we're going to hear a lot about in the coming days, and we've already heard that over the past few days, is to say that following President Trump is the wrong way. Then the other one is going to be that, no, we have to stick to the more conservative America first, make America great message that first got President Trump elected with a Republican majority in the House and Senate back in 2016. So that battle is going to play out among Republicans in Congress, as well as at the state level, people who worked in President Trump's administration, and President Trump himself. Obviously, he's the key figure here, and whether or not he plans to run again. But we're definitely going to see this disagreement among Republicans, whether or not we should stick with the current message or we should try something different.
Good to talk to you, Ross. Many thanks indeed for being with us. Ross Feingold there in Taipei.